Hey, I'm Joe Thomas, and I'd like to congratulate you on purchasing the Pelican Air 1745 bow case. And over the next few minutes, I'm going to show you some of the features and ways to customize it to fit your every need. I've been using this case for several months now, and when I'm done, I think you'll see why I truly believe it's the best bow case I've ever used. The first thing you'll notice about the 1745 is the rectangular shape. I mean, it's not shaped like a bow, and I love that because it stacks and it stores so much easier than bow-shaped cases. The second thing you'll notice is it has 6 push-button latches. They're heavy-duty. I mean, these are the latches that Pelican is famous for. And you'll also see that 2 of them actually have integrated TSA locks, the 2 in the front on each end. Now, once you open it, you'll see that a large portion of this case is pre-assembled. And let's start with the lid. The lid actually has 4 looped MOLLE straps that are secured across the top of the lid. These MOLLE straps will allow you to custom configure your arrows, your quiver, arrow tubes, and auxiliary pouches. Now, once you unclip the divider, you're going to notice there's a parts pack below. And for right now, just to keep it out of my way, I'm just going to clip it to the lid straps. Makes everything nice and neat. Now, once you open the box, you'll see that you have 2 accessory pouches. You have 6 bungee cords for securing your bow. You're going to have 2 straps that are going to work with the MOLLE system, and you can use arrow tubes with this. And then you're going to have 2 sets of blocks. One is going to be for holding arrows in the lid. And finally, you're going to have 4 more foam blocks, 2 long and 2 short. These are the blocks you're going to use to configure your bow to the base. Now that we've been through all the parts, it's time to get started. Let's load our bow. The first thing we want to do is place the bow in the base of the case and adjust it to where you want it to be eventually secured. And then we're going to take the 4 blocks that came in our parts pack. There's 2 long and 2 shorts. The longer ones are going to go on the outside, and we're going to place them just for sizing right now, outside the limbs, and then the smaller ones we're going to place inside along the MOLLE straps right by the riser. All right, now that'll give me the sizing that I need. That'll give me the placement, and then all I have to do is carefully take the bow out and secure the blocks. Now, hooking these blocks on is very simple. They've got a hook and loop strap at the bottom, and all you do is you take the tag end and you slip it through the MOLLE loop, and you pull it up and latch it into place, and it's there, it's done. And all you have to do now is repeat it with the other 3 blocks. Once I've attached the 4 foam base blocks, then I'm going to put my bow back in, and I'm going to secure it with 4 of the 6 adjustable bungee cords that were provided. And I'm going to start by running the end of the loop through the MOLLE strap, and then I'm going to pull it over, and I'm going to catch the hook just like this, and I'm going to pull it tight to snug it up on the riser. And then I'm going to go to the next MOLLE strap and secure the other end of the riser. Now, the other 2 bungee cords are going to be used to secure the limbs of the bow on the outside. Just a little note though, make sure you never run it through any wheel or any of the cams, because that could cause you a problem. All I'm doing is just reaching through. I'm pushing that bungee right through there. I'm wrapping it around. I hook it to the little hook provided. Once it's hooked, then I just slide it right in place, and it secures it super tight. And then I repeat with the other end. Now, once you've secured the bow with the bungee cords, then you can drop the divider panel. Just unclip it from the top and lay it down and clip it with these straps. And the one thing that I do is I really cinch it down. I kind of pull it nice and snug. I mean, you're already secure, but this is just another element of security that this divider is providing you, because it's pulling everything together and it's really keeping it safe. Now, once the panel's down, you'll see that there's an integrated pouch with a zipper on it. I like to use that pouch for things like a rangefinder and a spare release, or really just about anything that I want to keep nice, safe, and secure. And everybody forgets where the release is. I always know where mine's at if it's in that pouch. And finally, it has MOLLE straps on both sides that are fully adjustable, and they'll work with auxiliary pouches that you can get on Pelican.com. Now it's time to configure the lid. And I want to tell you, this really sold me on this bow case because it's fully customizable. And when we travel with arrows and broadheads and arrow tubes, and to be able to customize it to fit your needs is absolutely unprecedented. Let's start with the arrow tube. To mount an arrow tube, you're going to start by grabbing the 2 straps that were provided in your parts pack. Now these have the same hook and loop system that we saw earlier, and they're going to mount into the metal bracket that's attached to the lid. But one piece of advice, make sure you feed the tab from the top to the bottom so that the snap or the buckle will actually align with the MOLLE on the top. It's going to wrap around the tube. Once the straps are attached to the brackets in the lid, then all you have to do is just set your arrow tube in place and just take the little buckle and just snap it to the MOLLE loop that corresponds best for the diameter of the tube and snug it down, and then just repeat the process. Super quick, super easy. The next thing I want to do is to attach the foam arrow holder blocks to the MOLLE loops in the lid. And you're going to do that exactly the same way that you attach the foam blocks to the base. Pull the hook and loop, feed it through the MOLLE, and just hook it on. Super simple. Now these blocks are designed to hold individual arrows, and typically what I'll do is I'll snap one into place just like this, and then I'll take the second one that's going to go right underneath it and I'll alternate it. And what that does is it allows you to not have any touching of the fletches when you're traveling. The great thing about the foam arrow blocks is that they allow for both the 4 and 6 mil arrow storage. You want to push them all the way back though and make sure they click in nice and firm. The next thing I want to do is to attach the accessory bags that I use for broadheads and miscellaneous other items to the MOLLE straps in the lid. It's pretty simple as well. And all you do here is just start at the top and clip the clip to the MOLLE loop and then hook it again at the bottom. The only thing that you want to pay attention to, honestly, is just to make sure that the zipper's up so that when you do open it, things don't fall out of the bottom. And now you'll notice we got a little bit of space and 2 bungee cords remaining from our parts pack. And what are we going to do with that? We're going to mount our quiver. Now every quiver is a little bit different and the configuration will be too, but for this quiver, it's easiest for me to run the bungee cord through the upper MOLLE loop here and then over to the one on the right, just like this. Set my quiver, I literally set it on top of the blocks. I run it through the top right here. There we go. Grab it like that, and I just cinch it down tight. And then I go back to the back here, run it through the bottom of my quiver, just like this. Right through the arrow holder. Hook it, just like that. Cinch it down nice and tight. And you are good to go. Well, I guess you can see that this Pelican Air 1745 bow case is fully customizable. And the other beauty of the case is it's super light. And take it from me, I've traveled extensively with this case, and even when I pack it with boots and clothing and rangefinders and binoculars, it stays under 50 pounds. And the best thing, it's all on rollers, so that when I'm traveling in the airports, it's easy on my back. And best of all, it's a Pelican, so you know your bow and your gear are always going to arrive there safely. The Pelican Air 1745 bow case, built to protect.